Welcome back to another episode of Desire to Inspire, yo mama's favorite podcast. I got a lot of energy.
You know why? Because we're not recording at 6 a.m. today.
5:30 a.m.
I feel like I have less energy. I have energy now, but I feel like I'm more tired than I am in the mornings. I was falling asleep at the wheel on the way here.
Yeah, that's tough. That's me half the time I'm driving for work, but I got us something.
Oh, thank God, dude. Have had no caffeine today.
None?
None.
I had 2 cups of coffee, and it was delicious, but you guys know the deal. These are our last ones of the summer edition that they have because I don't drink energy drinks. Dylan, I think,
might have been gone since the first week I got them.
So we're going to crack these open, enjoy a little first form. But you guys know the deal.
Brew Crew.
www.firstform.com/DTI. If you have any questions about the products or anything that might complement or go after your guys' goals or what you're looking for, hit us up. We can get you the answers. I mean, they got a ton of stuff, so we might not know everything, but we have resources to go to if we haven't used those supplements. But I mean, we use everything from their endurance supplements to their proteins to their fucking ignition to their jerky sticks to their bars. I mean, we really cover the spectrum. Fiber. I just got their omegas. You know, the list goes on and on. I'd be shitting, bro.
I didn't want to interrupt the ad, but I also been letting my boy eat on this. There's 3 W's in a like URL. You always say www.
www.
That's 4. There's only 3. There's 3. World Wide Web. That's what those.
I know what it is. I thought I said 3.
Every week it's 2, and I just let it go. I'm like, whatever. Nobody else probably notices. I'm like, maybe if they are noticing, I gotta correct it.
Well, I appreciate you looking out 9 months later. Oh, this tastes good, dude. How's the week?
I'm gonna come. Week's good, man. First day from home today.
Hell yeah.
It was real nice. I forgot what it's like, dude. Real easy to slack off, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, real easy. So let's talk about this a little bit because I am doing the reverse and going in more, even though I don't have to when I'm like not traveling for work, and I really fucking enjoy it. Are you enjoying it at all? Or
oh yeah, I really like being in the office.
Okay.
If everyone went in every day, I'd probably be cool. Okay, maybe not every day.
Not every day.
I don't want to say that.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Because the work is still exhausting me after work. Like going from work to work.
Yep.
I think that 3 days in the office is going to be like the perfect combo. If I could actually no, I like the days I go in. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is ideal. I was going to say if I could mix them up, have a day off in between.
Hell
But no, let's just knock all 3 of them out.
Yep.
Get a 4-day weekend damn near every week. And Thursdays, you get out kind of early. We start our one-on-ones. The whole team gets them. 3 o'clock, whoever's got the most meetings set that week goes first. You're good to go.
That's nice.
I was second this week. I was out at 3:10.
Damn. See, that's what I miss. Ever since I left AT&T, the one thing that I liked about them, which I hated while I was there, but looking back, appreciated, they'd put you up on a billboard and be like, this is where you are compared to everybody else.
Oh, we have a paper there's only 8 of us on our team. We all came in at the same time. We have a giant paper with our names, and every time you get one, you go up and put a mark on it so everyone can see it.
Dude, see, I fucking like that. That's the part that I miss about sales because I think we talked about it, how one thing that I love about sales and why I think I'll be in it long term, one is the work-life balance, but 2, I treat it as a fucking sport, and it's how I can be competitive now because when somebody locks in a big deal, I am all kudos, very happy for them. But at the same time, that dog in me, deal. I'm like, how the fuck do I get that? How do I up it?
Oh, I'm openly being competitive where I'm at. They were like, how many you want to get today? She was like 4, and they asked me next. I said 5. I said, she's doing 4, I'm doing 5. I didn't do 5, but I did 3.
Hey.
That was the most.
If you would have said 3, you probably only would have done 1. So, no, it's fun. Sales is definitely for a specific breed. I think a lot of people say that they want to do sales, but I don't think a lot of people could make it in sales.
I don't think a lot of people can bullshit you. It's not even. I hate saying bullshit because it feels like you're, but I just mean even have a conversation with somebody who doesn't want to have a conversation with you because that's really what it comes down to.
Yep. Yeah, calling somebody and being like, hey, no, you're not expecting this call, but want to talk to me about this product that you probably didn't think you wanted? They're like, no, fuck you. It's a lot easier being at the space that I'm in now versus like before when I was working for a big Fortune 500, because not as many people have a perception or an idea or a bad story about the company. But man, when I was calling with AT&T, dude, and I respect that, like without that as my starting point, I don't know where I would be at in my sales career. Like I really value that time that I spent there, and really like it. I have nothing but good things to say, but it was brutal trying to get customers or new people to join us just because everybody has dealt with AT&T at one point in their life, or they have known somebody that's dealt with AT&T, and most people are talking about those bad experiences and not the good ones. So you would make those calls kind of like you're doing now, fucking 60, 50, 100 calls a day, just ripping them. Fuck you. You guys owe me fucking money. I'm like, damn.
I actually have to slow myself down making calls right now. I'm like, I don't want to make too many. But
Yeah,
it's
you
weird
can't
because
do
I've
that.
never really done that before, like to where I have to slow myself down. And I legit do.
Is it a system that you can just click to call to the next one, or do you have to type each one in individually?
You can click it in Salesforce if it's already a record.
And it'll like automatically call them?
Through like an outside app.
Yeah, that's nice.
But then it gets recorded. So like my boss listens to all of our calls every day.
Oh, God.
And then he comes out and does like reminders of the day where it's like based off of specific things that he's hearing that are common trends.
I often wonder, like, why did we in the early times agree to just fucking be these mule horses for these companies?
What do you mean?
Like back in the day, I came to you, Dylan, I want you to work for me and I'm going to pay you 2 ears of corn and a half of a cow at the end of a month. Okay. And you do that. And that was their currency back then. So they're exchanging something. But then like electricity came out, the phone came out, all this. And now there's these companies and everybody's flocking to them. I want to work for them. I want to work for them because they're making pennies compared to the dollars that these companies are making. And you like really think about it. And like, dude, we're just all in this fucking system that is, the way I want to phrase it is like, we're all slaves to the industry now.
But if we all got out of the system, then everything that we like about the convenience of the system that we all benefit from also falls apart.
Yeah. It's just weird. Like, it's weird that somebody was able to persuade people, I guess is what I'm getting at. Like, I know we have to work, but like for me,
I didn't think they had to persuade them back then.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same way it is now. Someone has influence or power or money, like all those things wrapped into one. It's no different than like, let's just say like the whatever celebrity influencer you look up to. Like, well, I'll take myself for example. When I first signed on as a BPN ambassador, they could have offered me like some kind of a job for pennies on the dollar. I'm like, yeah, because I like the company and what they stand for. So at that time, they probably liked whatever kind of innovation this was. Mm-hmm. They liked the idea of this new thing that's out. I'm like, yeah, I want to be a part of that. And once you're bought in as a part of it, you stay. And then their family probably just did it. Look at my grandpa worked at Ford, my dad worked at Ford, my brother works at Ford.
Yeah.
Like the family just gets tied up in it.
Yep. Yeah. And it's cool too. Like, but it's, to me, it's just wild. Like, even like the concept of a bank, like banks didn't exist once. And then
I think that a bank is more crazy that someone convinced you, give me your money. I promise you I'll take care of it.
I'll take care of it and I'll give you a little bit in return. And now they're taking that money and they're going to make more money. And then next thing you know, Susie and Joe are telling somebody else. And now they're like, the concept of this stuff is just wild to me.
But not even everyone who uses a bank makes money off of it.
We all make some sort of interest, but it's literally a penny.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like a penny.
Yeah.
For everything you have in there. Yes. Not like a penny on the dollar, like a penny.
A penny.
A single penny.
Yo. So no, it's just weird like how these industries, hierarchies, all this stuff got created. And again, I get it. Don't fucking call me out for being stupid. Like, how do these guys not know? Like, I get it, but it's just wild. And then it makes me think on the flip side, if we're willing to go in and make 100 fucking calls for another company, why aren't we making 100 fucking calls for DTI to get on new clients? And
someone has also done the legwork though for these. I'm not searching out these people I'm calling.
Yeah.
I got a list of them. 6,000 people I can just hit a number and it could potentially turn into money. I go call 6,000 random numbers it's going to be a lot harder for me to convince them.
Which isn't it sad? We're trying to get them healthier and happier.
To give some unknown person money to just... And also, I feel like more people... It's these people I'm calling are spending their company's money, not their own money. What the fuck do they care where it goes? I often think that, like, when they shut you down, I'm like, this ain't even your money, bro. If this would genuinely help you, why would you not just spend your company's money on it?
That's what I think. Because I would never sell a product I didn't believe in or I didn't see the value in.
I have.
Have you?
But I wouldn't do it again. The place I was at before my team went away. I fucking hated it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I do think it probably helped, but I didn't see how it helped.
Yeah.
It seemed real dumb to me.
I mean, behind anything, truly have to have a passion for it in order for it to, like, actually flourish or to live a happy, healthy life. Like, your dad worked there, your brother works there for a reason. Like, they live good lives. Like, your dad's enjoying retirement now. He has good retirement. There's things that go along with it. There's a bullshit that comes along with it as well. But
that's anything.
That's, anything in life. And so how do you make the most of that bullshit and be the happiest you can? And it's, it's just different dynamics. I mean, even with how much people bounce around nowadays versus your grandpa, my mom, my dad, like, stayed with something for so long. And now people are jumping every, 2-3 years, if not sooner.
Which is crazy, though, because when you do jump like that still, you still get questioned about it in interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you all know the answer to this. No one's paying you what you're worth, so you have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do I want to take this little insignificant raise, or do I want to jump completely, step up in title and pay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't make sense to stay where you're at anymore.
Yeah.
A guy who went through this program I'm going through, he left his last company because they didn't have any leadership roles. He just quit already. He's 6 months in, but they fucking tripled what he's getting paid here to bring him back because they had a leadership role open.
Jesus.
I was like, they would have never offered him that internally, but he's gone all of a sudden. All right, we'll bring you in. And it's crazy that they'll do that for somebody who isn't even, like, you think that you'd want to just nurture it inside and keep it. If you like that person, keep it like a culturally fit, all that shit.
Yep. Yeah. Working is weird.
We've been rambling about work for 12 minutes.
That's fine. Because I think there's a good point to all this. It's weird. It's fucking, it's life. We don't really talk about this side of life much. So I did want to pick back up on that topic that we talked about at the end of last week.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, about parents.
Yeah.
I forgot you're going to give parenting tips.
No. And so as I was thinking of that, I should have phrased it as, like, adults in general.
I even put in the notes for last week's episode, parental advice coming soon.
All right. Well, we can talk about parents because they're going to get intertwined in this. But, like, dude, it fucking blows my mind how much people stop taking care of themselves. I'm going to say once they get to 30 and above. And then every single year, every single decade after that, it gets worse and worse. 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds. And we have these people in life, everybody in these age brackets after 30, that are like, oh, I ache when I stand up, or don't get old because it's all downhill from here. I can't do this anymore. I can't do that anymore. And it's like, what do you expect? You're not doing anything to be able to do that stuff. But then we blame it on all these other things when it really is just because we stopped doing the foundational things.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. I agree with you. But there is a part of it that's age, and I only say that for the ones who... There's people who never do anything. Never do anything in their teens, in their 20s. Like,
so they're just rotting away.
Right, but like, so they were still able to, though, in their teens and 20s because they were young and it hadn't taken a toll. Where I feel like if you do build a foundation, as we have, because fit people are better than fat people.
Oh, God.
Then you're set up better. But so the ones who are bitching and complaining never did anything for the most part, and they don't understand that if they would have done things, they'd be better off.
But what they don't understand is they can still start today and do it. And things will change. It's just going to take a longer time. But again, what are you going to do? Sit there and continue this path? Like, that's why most people can't fucking walk around when they're 60 years old. There's some 6-year-olds I see, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, my mom looks amazing for 60. She's moving around great. I will fuck you up. And then, like, I look at Ed, and he's even older than my mom. He looks great. He's walking around great. But I go home, And they're still bitching about little things. And I'm like, go to the gym, work out, be active. They walk a lot. Like, they are active, but like, do more.
You're going to have little
Do
things
more.
no matter what. I ache when I stand up sometimes.
That's because you don't work out no more.
That's a lie. Blasphemy.
It's facts.
No, I do work out.
Occasionally.
I
It's been like 2 weeks.
No, it hasn't. I lifted once this week.
Once this week?
I didn't have time to do any more than that.
No, but I keep seeing videos of these like dads, and this is why I brought up parents, because it's like, I'm going to be, or when you make your neighbors jealous because you're the most fit dad in the neighborhood, and it's this guy.
Like, where do we hear this? But we literally said this exact
Yeah,
thing.
this is where we ended last week. And this guy's carrying dumbbells in the rain, shirtless, and he's just walking out there. And there's another guy that I follow, and he's just like extremely fucking fit, and he's a father. But I see those people, and I'm like, I fucking love what they're doing. I love what they're pushing, even if they don't have a like company that they're trying to promote or like get clients in. The fact that they're posting this stuff, because, and again, we don't have kids, so I don't know what it's truly like. But even when I have kids, I will prioritize my health and well-being.
Same.
Because not only will that make me a better father, that will continue to make me a better husband for Lo in the future moving forward. So that way she's like, all right, you go and get your time, and now it's my time with the kids. You go and get yours, whether that's meditation, whether that's working out, whether that's going on a walk. But I think it's so important to have that built in and then build everything else around that. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of the people that mean the most, your family in the end. And so what does that look like in the beginning? In the beginning, it's setting that foundation. Like, look, this is what's important. This is what we have to do. But not only that, not getting complacent, where as time goes on, we just slowly let that like fade off and fade away. Because the more muscle we have in our bodies, the longer we're going to live, the healthier we're going to live. And Nick Bear, this is you're going to laugh because I'm going to be like, shit, what was that quote that he said? But Nick Bear said something along the lines of, it's not about life expectancy in terms of like how long am I going to live, how many years, but life, this part I won't remember.
I actually don't remember this one either.
Life something, not the amount of years you're living, but the amount of years you're like living in terms of like being able to do
actually
stuff.
being able to do things.
Yeah. And so if I can find the video or the quote from his podcast, we'll try and input it in here, or I'll post it separately. But again, like, you even look at him, and he's somebody that I like idolize in this field because he makes it a point to get up.
You remember when you didn't like the guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, what a fucking time.
I still think that he's on peptides or something. Like, he's not natural. Whether you disagree.
Peptides aren't unnatural if he's on peptides. But also, he's shown his blood work multiple times. He's on steroids, I can tell you that.
That's fine. He's on something.
But peptides are just a rich man's game, bro. If I could get peptides, I would get them too.
I'm just saying he's on them. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he would be on them.
I don't actually know if he is. Like, if you look at him from, it'd be different if he just blew up out of nowhere. But this is 16 years of work. He talks about his dad doing push-ups every day at dinner. Like, while he's cooking dinner, he's doing push-ups. And they saw that as kids, and they did it. And he's been in the weight room since he was a kid.
How much does this fit into the conversation we're having
does.
right now? It's crazy,
so
dude.
what I'm saying is, so he was like, and so me and my brother wanted to be like Dad, so we would do them too. And then we got in the weight room young, like in high school. And in college, the dude was huge. Have you seen him when he ran his first Ironman? My guy, like, his face looks big.
Really?
He was just so muscular. And like, he slowly brings it down, and then he goes up. And I think it's just years and years of fucking
consistency.
Yeah. It's just, when you've built yourself up to that level, it's harder to lose it. Because it's not like he ever goes off of any kind of a fitness regimen. He doesn't cut out lifting at all.
Yeah.
Dude lifts probably 5-6 days a week through every single prep he does, which is actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
I know how busy I've been lately. I don't understand how he does it. Operating a business.
2 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, he's waking up at that 4:30 so that way he can
Me
go.
too.
And he what did he say? He said that he wakes up at 4:30, gets his like shake or whatever he gets down. He goes and like does a loop while Steph wakes up, the kid wakes up and Steph takes care of, And then once he finishes like some sort of loop, then he'll go and like get his daughter and take her on like another round or something like that. But it's just so instrumental. Like we have to, I feel as if we have to, in this realm that we're in, push the
Maybe we should have a kid so we can prove it.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Let's just adopt one together.
Oh, that'd be cool. We'll name him Desire.
Honestly, kind of a fire name, though. I never thought about that. That's kind of a fire name.
It is. All right, we'll go to the place this weekend.
The place.
Where do you adopt kids? It's got to be a place.
Yeah, but like the place makes me feel like it's the pound. Like we'll go to the APL.
Maybe that'd be a better call for us than an actual kid.
No, people are eating pets.
Want to hear the song I made up?
You made up a song?
Yeah, I'm not going to sing it, though.
Please do. Did you actually make up a song, or did you hear this somewhere?
Nah, I made it up in my head.
Can you please sing it?
I'm going to let it live in my head.
Come on, dude. You can't give the people a tease like this. This could be our viral moment.
I don't want to do it. Kamali, Ali, Ali, I love you. Kamali, Ali, Ali, I'm voting for you. Kamala!
Is that actually your song?
Yo. When I was watching the debate the other day, it just popped in my head.
Have you sang that to anyone else? Don't. Don't. I regret making you do that.
No, but it cracks me up every time I think of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was fitting.
It was not good.
I'm sweating. Yep. So, damn.
Where are we at?
Just
Oh
talking,
yeah, we're adopting a kid.
yeah, adopting a kid. But no, I think that that's a narrative that, and this is what I was saying before you said adopting a kid, a narrative that we have to like help push out. And whether it's not specifically speaking to like parents, but it's speaking to those people in that realm or in that demographic of life that are living that right now, to just make them realize, because again, if you're not doing these things, if you're not exercising, if you're not taking care of your body and your mind, like there's going to be a point where you can't lift your kids up. There's going to be a point where you can't lift your grandkids up when they start, when your kids start having kids. There's going to be a point where you can't sit down and play with them on the floor. There's going to be a point where you can't carry them up to their crib in their bed. Like all of this stuff is like real ass fucking shit that's not talked about. And then once these folks get to that certain age, it's like expected, like, oh yeah, they're this old, so that's why it should happen. And it's like, no, it's not. Like there's some people that I know that we talked about him before, but one of our family members was, I think like 78 years old, and he was still like riding 80 miles on his bike.
We did
And
talk about that.
yeah, when he came over to my aunt's, it was like, you just got done doing what? You shouldn't be doing that much. And it's like, why shouldn't he be doing that much?
He's in here acting just fine right now.
Yeah. And so like, and he was one of the ones, 78 years old, that was the most interactive with the grandkids and stuff like that. Always like playing with them, running around. Like it's just wild to me, but we don't see that as a society. The older we get, it's almost like the less and less we have to do.
I feel like there's times where I feel like our generation is changing, and there's times where I'm like, we're not. Because I don't know if it's actually as widespread as I think it is, or like we say all the time, we're just insulated in that environment now. Like we see it because it's we're in it. Like I feel like there's just as many unhealthy people as there ever was.
I think there's more.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. But even I just mean like our generation. Like it's not like it got any better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the more my mind opens up, like through training and how I've talked about, like every day I just want to get better a little bit. So that way 2025 comes and it's like, all right, dial season. We're good in this realm. We're good in this. I'll be at the store and I'll look around, and you know me, I fucking love chips. And they're always sitting there right before you like cash out. But then I was looking around, dude. There is not, besides Chomps, when they have those like beef sticks sitting right there, there's nothing healthy. And so why I say that is because it's so easy to be unhealthy in this world.
You ever just walk through the grocery store and look at someone's cart? Like, just look at the carts around you?
Mm-mm.
Do it. Look at the things that are in 90% of the carts. It's scary.
Damn, I'm surprised.
I
I've
look
never
at it and I'm
done
like,
that.
how are you even making a meal? Do you just snack all day? It's all like Little Debbie and chips and cereal and Pop-Tarts.
Microwave meals.
If that. It's bad.
And I believe that that's solely the reason why so many people are getting like these different illnesses or like diseases where then they have to take medication, which is going down a realm that is a very touchy subject. But it's just like, dude, the amount of processed things that are so easy to just grab and put in your cart. It's like, oh, I'll take this. And it's like 100 calories. Oh, fiber in it, protein in it. Yet they don't look at like the ingredients or the things, that like they're cooked in.
If you put organic on a label, it doesn't have to meet any standard. You can put that on whatever you want.
Really?
Yeah, there's no regulation on the word organic because it can mean so many different things. But it's this word that people tie to health. And there's something healthy about organic things. It just sounds like it would be healthier. So people just throw organic on like some kind of like a snack food because it makes it sound like it's a healthy alternative without actually being. And no one's reading nutrition facts anyway, unless like you're in the health world or like you just want to be healthy in general. And even then, a lot of people don't probably read nutrition labels.
Yeah. No, a lot of people don't know how to read them. They don't know what it means. And again, they see these packages that have those buzzwords of protein, fiber, low carb. Because even like the things that say 0 carb is just a gimmick for them to like be able to phrase it that way. But like there's net carbs and like there's all these different, like it's almost so hard, or they make it seem so hard to the outside person that has nobody guiding them to like instruct them or be able to read things. But when you step back and you actually look at it, you know what to.
You still have your first form coach?
No, I dropped it when I got Ryan.
I didn't know if you did or not. So you saying like nobody to guide him made me think.
Yeah, no, I will tell you though. So Ryan is training me all things endurance, and shout out to him in the fucking tribal community.
You doing your own strength training?
Yeah, and I want to talk about that. So real quick, just to the tribal community, I fucking love it, dude. It's been amazing. It's electric. Their chat is going off all the time. It just all these different things that people are doing, the intros that he does when the people come in. It's really cool, and it makes me happy because he runs that in a way that I believe these type of things should be ran, in the sense of don't go balls to the wall in the beginning. You're struggling with this, let's make it up here. You're doing this, let's do this. And you build on that and compound it. And depending on how far away your goal is or your race, that's how much room we have to play with to be able to be like, all right, we got to pick it up here. We got to do this. Yeah. And so if anybody is out there and they have a coach, if they have a trainer, if they have somebody in life that is pushing them from this starting line to almost the finish line, or pushing you to a point that's like extremely uncomfortable, that doesn't fit with your lifestyle, that doesn't incorporate your day-to-day roles and responsibilities, step back and actually like evaluate, is this the right fit for me? Because when you're training for something, I'm going to say it shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm not saying that the specific workouts, like the workouts are demanding, they're hard, and you have to incorporate those in your life. But what I mean is, if you are struggling at fitting every little single thing in around trying to improve whatever that is that you have a coach for, that it doesn't fit into your lifestyle, my suggestion would be to drop that fucking coach and find somebody that's like, hold on, you got what going on in life? Okay, you're a travel salesman and you travel these days and this. What can we get done at those times? All right, at hotels, they have gyms, so you could get a workout in. All right, you could take your shoes, get the running. Pool, yeah, that'll be a little bit harder. So let's put those at the end of the week when you're going to be home. It's little things like that that make this training that I'm doing right now seem like a breeze, because I can jump on a bike at a hotel gym. I can lace up my fucking shoes and go run the streets if I need to. The pool is the only hard thing. And so what I was telling Ryan is, like, outside of my own insecurity swimming right now, dude, I make every excuse not to swim because hotels don't have it. So I just haven't been doing them like I should. And so I was like, can we move those to Friday and Sunday? He's like, yes, this is what we fucking need. He's like, this is what we have to do to fit in your life, to see the results that you want, to get across the finish line the way you want to.
That's why as soon as I saw that video, I was like, this has to be Freddie. And I wanted to send it to you right away, but I'm like, let me listen all the way through in case he gives out like a thing that tells me it's not. And I'm like, this has to be Freddie.
Yeah. That was me. And so, again, if you're looking for a coach or if you have one, make sure they're fitting things into your lifestyle, because that's how you stick to it. That's how you see the results. That's how you continue to see that progress that you want. Anything that feels forced in life, you're going to be like, how can I get this headache? How can I get this stress out of my life? And so then you just back up. And next thing you know, you have the guard up and now you're not doing it at all, setting you back.
I think that the problem with like these, especially these big events, is we think that they're supposed to be hard. So when they are hard and it feels overwhelming, nobody wants to speak up. So like you actually saying something, obviously a good thing. But then there's a deeper layer as coaches. And it's like we talked about at the conference with Leah about her bodybuilding thing. Well, she is a coach, but she'd never done this specific thing. So even though it felt like too much and too restrictive and all of this shit early, she didn't want to speak up.
Yep.
To the point where it got detrimental. So that's from someone who does have the knowledge and like the foresight to say this isn't the thing to do. So for somebody who doesn't even know, if they get a coach and they're pushing way too hard and asking way too much of you, I just feel like you just blindly follow somebody.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the reason that people get burnt out. People have like bad things to say about fitness, health, coaches in general, like whatever it is. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like the whole system can be fucked up that way.
Yeah. So to touch on the first thing, if you guys want, go and watch my daily drive-by that I posted this past week, because that's where I go in depth, more in detail of what I was telling Ryan, because there's a lot of insecurities that I have around swimming that I didn't know I was going to. But it comes back to the point that you just made about hiring a coach. It's almost like going to the doctor and they give you advice and it's like, oh, yep, you got to take this medication. It'll solve this problem, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, they're my doctor. Like, I got to listen. They know what they're talking about. Same thing for a trainer, same thing for a coach, whatever you have. Like, you instill that trust in that person because it's like, oh, they're the expert in this and they're going to get me there. So whatever they're telling me must be right. But then subconsciously in your head, you're telling yourself outside of the conversations with your coach, fuck, I feel this way. Fuck, I'm overwhelmed. Fuck, I hate this. Fuck this, blah, blah, blah. But you're not sharing that. And so your coach doesn't know what's going on. You're holding it in. And the next thing you know, again, you hit that fucking wall, that speed bump, whatever it is. And you're like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm mentally drained. I'm physically drained. And then you just give up on it. When if you would just take a step back, or if your coach would just take a step back and be like, all right, let's evaluate it. Let's look at it and just realize, like, most of the time we don't have to hit these goals in a certain amount of months, in a certain amount of days, weeks, whatever it is. So that's why for us, and for those of you that don't know, Dylan and I take on clients here at DTI to work on just forming better habits in your lifestyle and just working on things day in and day out. And so, again, some of the clients have goals of doing a marathon, a half marathon, a 5K, 10K, whatever that is. Others just want to go and live a better life, lose weight, gain muscle, whatever it is. And it's like, cool, take that person's lifestyle right now and slowly integrate things into it. Because most of us are not competing on a stage. Most of us are not going to go and be extreme athletes or whatever. And so understanding what the long-term vision is, but then breaking that down, and even you as a person being like, all right, we're going to go slow. But what slow is it's building consistency and it's building the right habits that are actually going to go a lot faster on the back end of it versus that front end where you might burn yourself out just going a million miles an hour.
Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's what they always told us, like in the Army, like when we'd have to be timed to like break down our weapons and shit. It was like slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Because like you can try to go as fast as you want, but if you're fumbling over everything, it's going to take you longer in the long run.
Yep.
So that's with anything in life. But to go back to like the coaching thing, if you are burnout and if it is overwhelming, that is the coach's fault, not yours. And it's the same thing like you were just saying with these doctors. Too many people want a one-size-fits-all approach, and that's not realistic. Doctors, coaches, literally anybody. There's so many small, intricate details to everybody's life, their health, their family history, all this shit. But instead of actually looking into that and figuring out what the real problem is, like let's diagnose the root cause, it's just, this will help for now.
For now.
And keep you coming back.
Yep.
And it's sad because obviously, actually it's not obvious because a lot of people don't know this, but that's the point of doctors, to keep big pharma alive.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, coaches are taking that same approach.
Yeah. And
so there is coaches out there who are fucking snake oil salesmen, and all they want is for you to stay a client for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's not our goal. It's never been our goal. We've had plenty of people come in for 3 to 6 months, get what they need out of it, and get out.
Yep.
And that should be the goal. But too many people are looking to, I'll help you for now, but I'm not going to give you everything because I need you to stay around as well.
Yeah, it's like buy this program, then buy this one, then this challenge, and then sign up for this.
Yeah. Or it's let me build out an 8-week program and everybody just pay me for it. Like that'll work for a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you have real goals and like real things you want to accomplish, that's only going to do so much because you need it specific to you and what you're really going for.
Yep. And that's what's important. I mean, you can go out there, you can find a program online and you can try and stick to it. But if you don't have the discipline right now and you don't have the things in motion, are you strong enough to hold yourself disciplined to be able to see the long-term results? So what I mean by that is I hired a trainer specifically, not because I don't think that Dylan couldn't have trained me in the endurance and got me where I wanted to, and I could have done.
I would have never even taken that on.
But we could have done it. Like we could have figured it out and we could have
sure,
prepped for it, whatever. But I needed somebody that would hold me accountable because I know that if I called Dylan and was like, I'm going to slack off this week because it's been busy or whatever, he's like, all right, well, whatever. Like Ryan will hold me accountable to a different degree, but he'll also open my mind in a different way since he's in this specific space, a specific industry, and he knows the challenges that people face and what it takes to be able to stick to this style of training.
He's also an expert on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
He is legitimately a subject matter expert where you can ask him any question about the entire event. Swim, bike, run, and he's got an answer for you. I'm not that. I don't even and because of that, you have more trust going to him and asking those questions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even necessarily like training my friends in the things I feel good about because we have a different relationship.
Yeah.
You're going to question things I say or give pushback solely because it's me.
Yep.
And I'm not speaking to you in general. I'm talking to any friend.
Yep.
You're just going to give me pushback because you know me and because you can and all of this. Just find someone who you can actually trust and follow the actual process. Because it's not going to do you any good to cut corners just because I'm your friend.
Yep. 100%. That is a conversation that we've had a lot of just helping people that we know. We want to help everybody that we can, and we will always give advice. But I will tell you that majority of the people that have come through and left are the people that are closest to us.
Yeah.
In terms of follow through and sticking to things and all of that. So it's funny how it works. But I forgot that one of the points that I wanted to make is, so Ryan's training me on the endurance side of things. And then I was like, you know what? Let me see. I went into ChatGPT because I'm always trying to find different ways to just test something out. So again, hiring Ryan, test something new out, see what it's like, see what I take from it. The first form coach, see what that was like, took something away from it. It was great. Now I was like, all right, so Ryan's going to do all my endurance. I'll train and make my programs for resistance training 4 days a week. And I was like, let me ChatGPT this. And
your workouts?
Yeah. And
just resistance?
Just resistance. So I put in ChatGPT, training for an Ironman that is May 18th, 2025. I'm swim, bike, running 2 days a week for each one. I want to resistance train for 4 days out of the week, blah, blah, blah. Make me a program. And I wanted to see what it was like. And it drafted up a program, gave me descriptions of what each phase was and why it was. And so I'm running with it, seeing what it's like, just because I want to test it out. There's some things I tailored because they put deadlift in there 3 days a week. And I was like, I'm not fucking deadlifting 3 days a week.
Why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
An actual, not dumbbell deadlift, actually deadlifting?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And so there was some,
fucking
and again, I didn't think it would be perfect. But I'm running with it. And so far I've been really enjoying it.
When I wrote all these marathon plans, after I wrote them, I went in and put like, write me a plan for this amount of weeks for a sub 3-hour marathon. My current PRs, like I put all that same information and just see like how close it would be.
That's dope.
Mine wasn't very close. It was like a lot of random workouts in there that I wouldn't do. But the ones that I made for Mandy were pretty fucking close.
There we go.
I was like, damn, I could have just had this right.
Love that. But yeah, go out there, you guys. Fucking get acclimated. Get a coach. Get somebody to hold you accountable. Get a part of a community.
Coach AI.
Coach AI. Go.
Oh, whoa. That's weird because
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was weird.
Plug. That is weird. That's the platform we use, My Coach AI, for our stuff. So that was ironic. But yeah, go out there and find somebody that you guys can relate to help you hit these goals. And again, it doesn't have to be a race. It doesn't have to be gaining a bunch of muscle, but like get a coach to hold you accountable in life and just focus on being like healthier and happier and putting that time and energy in, not only for yourself, but for your kids, for your family, whatever you have right now. Go and do that. Invest in yourself. You'll thank yourself. I promise. Whether it's fucking 10 years from now or a week from now, you will thank yourself at some point for giving you the attention that you deserve. That's all we got for you today. Have the desire to inspire. Have a great fucking weekend. It's on.
Peace.